Dani Harmer, Tracy Beaker herself, is now on TikTok and I am obsessed. I've been watching all of her new videos this week as they come out, but the latest one in particular made me very happy because we finally got to find out what Tracy Beaker's favourite Tracy Beaker TV show is, and I have a feeling we're all collectively going to be on the same page with Dani Harmer here. Obviously, in the Tracy Beaker franchise, there are around 4 to 6 TV shows, and I say that because it really depends on how you categorise them. There's of course the original story of Tracy Beaker, where we see Tracy in care. Then there's Tracy Beaker Returns, where we see Tracy as the care worker. Then we have the spin-off show to that show, which leads directly on from that, and that is The Dumping Ground. But then we also have the new version of The Dumping Ground, which basically is a completely different show in itself. From series 11 onwards, we have a new cast, a new title sequence, a new care home, and just a whole new vibe of the show. So it's pretty much a brand new show in itself. And then we have the spin-off mini-series My Mum Tracy Beaker, looking at Tracy's daughter Jess Beaker, which then continued into another show, a main series called The Beaker Girls, which looks at Tracy as a foster mother. And judging by Dani Harmer, there is likely going to be more TV shows coming in the future, maybe Grandma Tracy Beaker, and I am so excited for when that eventually comes out. And the thing is, Dani Harmer is the only actor to ever appear in every single show. She is of course the main character in The Story of Tracy Beaker, Tracy Beaker Returns, My Mum Tracy Beaker, and The Beaker Girls, but she has appeared in the original Dumping Ground in series 6 for Mike's wedding, and recently made a brand new cameo appearance in this new era of the Dumping Ground in series 13, where she also had a personalised car, so I wonder what Tracy's up to there. But when asked which of these shows is her favourite, she had to say this.
Out of all of the Tracy Beaker franchises and the series, which one was my favourite? And I love them all for very different reasons. Obviously, the OG one. Classic.
Now, of course, her mentioning The Story of Tracy Beaker makes sense. It's an absolute classic. It's where it all started. We wouldn't be here today without it. But she doesn't say that one is the best. She actually says...
But I have to say, Tracy Beaker Returns was probably the best one for like the stories.
Now, what I find most interesting about this is she doesn't even mention the Dumping Ground at all, which you might say, well, she wasn't really in it, and that's true, but the latest series of the Dumping Ground she has been quite heavily involved in. She's been directing in it, and like I said before, she made that cameo appearance in it. And it's hilarious that she doesn't even mention My Mum Tracy Beaker or the Beaker Girls throughout this entire video. And what I love about this is she has acknowledged, like what most fans do believe, is that Tracy Beaker Returns is the best TV show because it has the best stories and the highest quality of those stories.
And I think that's probably because the episodes were longer, so we got to like delve into the characters a bit more.
I mean, for years, everyone has been saying the Dumping Ground needs to end, and I now probably don't think it will ever end because it's too successful for cbbc, but what made the Dumping Ground so special in the first place was that it was a spin-off show to Tracy Beaker Returns and its connection to Tracy Beaker, and how big and serious those Tracy Beaker Returns stories were. I mean, they really did go dark and serious for Tracy Beaker Returns. We had kids falling off roofs, care homes being shut down so people had to live on the streets, nearly dying by falling into a river and drowning, being trapped in an attic fire, being in pretty much a detention centre with everyone being locked up, having major panic attacks, having a roof collapse on top of you, being used as child labour for drug thieves, having parents with alcohol addictions, having an escaped prisoner being in your home, having your parents reject you because of your sexuality, being part of criminal gangs, living in an abusive household that means your family goes to prison and you're too scared to go in the bath because your mum used to hold you under it so you'd suffer and feel the effects of drowning. Like, you can't get any more insane. And yes, some of it was unrealistic. Probably most of it was unrealistic. But I think we all loved the unrealistic, dark, dramatic stories that Tracy Beaker gave us on a kids channel like cbbc. And the Dumping Ground did carry on this dark trend for a little bit, but then it sort of just completely fizzled out. And it was never to the same extent. For example, like being run over by a car, being left alone with explosives, being racially abused, being sent to prison, etc. But the most recent versions of the show, and the Beaker Girls especially, haven't really delved into any of these dark, dramatic stuff, and haven't really seen the characters be tested in any sort of dangerous way. But instead, the biggest problem is now, can you win the dance competition? Or can you clear the beach so that the fishes don't die? It's not dark anymore at all, and the problems seem very low-key and low stakes. Which is fine, but I don't think it's why many of us watched or still watch this franchise. And it's interesting that she also said,
and I'm sorry, but those young actors were insane.
Because I would agree, the best actors have definitely came out from Tracy Beaker Returns. I still love watching Amy Leigh Hickman in stuff like Ackley Bridge and You, and Mia McKenna Bruce in her film How to Have Sex is absolutely incredible, and there's so many other actors doing really, really big things. And it's something which I think the current Dumping Ground cast, and dare I say pretty much most of the cast of the Beaker Girls, were definitely lacking in, and that was the child actors just aren't as good as the child actors that they had originally in the franchise. And if you love the new Dumping Ground, or My Mum Tracy Beaker, or the Beaker Girls, I'm really happy for you. I always struggled with them, and I know most of the fans who watch this channel, who watch me for my Tracy Beaker videos, also agree with me and didn't really like those shows as much because they've been commenting about them in my comment section for years now. But there are still some amazing moments in those TV shows, like the trial of Tracy Beaker is perfection. That is an amazing episode. That's the one where Tracy Beaker's put on trial and we get all these cameos returning and we get Mike returning. It's amazing. But what I love about this is we finally get the confirmation that I think everyone collectively as the fandom agrees Tracy Beaker Returns is the best TV show, and I would love something like a Tracy Beaker Returns reunion or something like that, because I don't think the show will ever really truly peak like it did in the early 2010s. And if you want to see any more Tracy Beaker videos on all of these different shows, all the way from the story of Tracy Beaker up to the Beaker Girls and the current Dumping Ground, there are loads and loads of videos on the channel. Go and click on one of the playlists. There will be a link in the description down below for you to check out videos from each era. But anyway guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure that you smash that like button down below and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Guys, let me know down below in the comments, do you agree with Dani Harmer and myself? Do you think that Tracy Beaker Returns is the best show in this franchise? Or do you think any of these other shows are better? Let me know your thoughts down there. And as always, we've been here on Gated Theories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.
I know the air I'm breathing, it's no good for my lungs. I do this every season, I hate when summer comes. I fall into a trap that I made by myself. Oh, and I always do the wrong thing. I'm unstable and I'm unsteady, I've lost a million times already.